Biagindi navikamayengo huaping angomu letawion hope matsiwa Tewa Hunangungwa. My name is Ed Kabotie and I'm from the Hopi village of Sungopave and the Tewa village of Kabotie. And I'd like to play you a few songs that remind me of this particular season and kind of in particular my experience growing up in my home and my mother's home of Kabotie, aka Santa Clara Pueblo. This is a song you might recognize. Handa na na Nae Ee Na Muu In Virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. This next song that I'm gonna share with you is a Christmas song. It's all sung in Tewa, but it's a song called Thank You, Kundawohaa. Whoa, 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 ay, 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 whoa, 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 ay, 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 hang o tsampare, yo se tanaye, hewe tahaki na hije, sa wong cha, whoa, 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 ay, 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 whoa, 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 hey, hang o tsampare, yo se tanaye, hewe tahaki na hije, sa wong cha, whoa, 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 ay, 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 whoa, 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 hey. Oh, it's ampi inago yo ikotenyang tayo si o enyang Kundawohaa tayo si ho e nang nuge we o ku tayo si namite wo di wo gere Kundawohaa tayo si oh 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 ay 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 oh 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 hey oh oh makoapi we iwe ra ha tayo se na we wo ape Kundawohaa tayo se oh e tampi we iweri tayo sina wepo e taki ove pijere Kundawohaa tayo se whoa 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 ay 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 whoa hey hang o tsampare Josi tanaji wait na hije sa won cha oh ay 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 oh ay ay. Yeah, to me, like, Christmas in New Mexico is kind of something special out in Kabotie. The bonfires, the traditional bonfires that we have, you know, leading up to Christmas Day, the festivities, the dances, the feasting that goes on in celebration on Christmas Day and that goes on in many villages, you know, for the next 4 days in different forms. And different villages, you know, having their ceremonies, having their different dances on that particular day, you know. It's a very special time, you know, for us also, you know, bringing in that renewal of life, that renewing of the year. To me, in New Mexico, it's a special time, but in some ways, every day is Christmas in New Mexico. And if you're from New Mexico, you understand this, you know, because if somebody asks you a question when you go out to the restaurant, what kind of chili you want? Do you want red or do you want green? Then if you're like me, you're going to say, nah, man, I want it Christmas, which means I want it both red and green. So this is a song that I wrote about growing up in northern New Mexico. It's a song called Christmas in New Mexico. I was born along the Rio in España, Dios mío, the lowrider capital of the world. Early years in Santa Clara, summers in Arizona, till they shipped me off to boarding school. And when I was in Santa at the Indian school escuela, with kids from every tribe y todo, I learned we all estima chili red and chili green. It's always Christmas in New Mexico. There ain't no way to fake it. I don't know how to explain it. Gotta taste and see to understand. You won't need to be reminded that there ain't nowhere to find it but the Zia Sun enchanted lands. It's the gift of the Creator for all our toil and labor, wrapped up with festive colors aglow. Though the past is history, though tomorrow is a mystery, it's always Christmas in New Mexico. Sopapilla, frijoles y tortillas, topped with 2 sacred spices we all know. Chile verde, chile rojo, the people all go loco throughout Nuevo Mexico. So whether Buddhist Albuquerque or España, Las Vegas, Taos or Santa, or any one of 19 Pueblos. You'll see what I mean with chili red and chili green. It's always Christmas in New Mexico. So the song Christmas in New Mexico not only has a lot of references to our love for chili, but also references to my youth growing up in New Mexico, my boarding school experience in Santa Fe, as well as being born in Espanola, New Mexico. My mother didn't think that we would make it to the Indian hospital, so my father took a detour and took me to the Espanola hospital, so I was born along the Rio in España, Dios mío, the lowrider capital of the world. So shout outs to España, shout outs also to Santa Fe Indian School Braves. As I was growing up in New Mexico, I grew up in the midst of two very different cultures. My own indigenous culture there in Kabotie, as well as the Spanish culture of the people around me. Our contact with Europeans began way back in 1539 and 1540. The second European settlement in the United States back in 1598 was San Gabriel, New Mexico, there in the Espanola Valley. So our experience with European nations predates Jamestown and Plymouth on the East Coast. So we're very familiar with the Christmas story. And I think it's interesting to look back at our history and how the cultures have learned so much from one another. And we probably, as indigenous people in general, would have been much more interested in what the white man had to say had they come with wisdom and humility rather than with the sword and a gun. I like to play one of my favorite Christmas hymns, and this is a little bit of a yodified version, but this is a song called Come Emmanuel. Oh come Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, who mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of Jah appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Oh, come desire of nations bind, O people in one heart and one mind. Bid envy, strife, and quarrel cease, and fill the whole world with heaven's peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. our hearts as Prince of Peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Every year when I was growing up in elementary school, at the day school on the reservation, we would have our Christmas programs. And in the 6th grade, I had the very profound experience of playing the little drummer boy. And I feel like that little story, that little Christmas story about this young boy, this poor boy, not having anything to offer to the great king. All he had was himself and what he carried in his hands, his drum and his sticks. But he gave that gift, and that gift of a humble heart, that gift of a pure heart, was a gift that was praised by the heavens. To me, that little story is such a powerful lesson, a powerful metaphor for all of our lives, and what the true meaning of life is about, and what, to me, the true meaning of this season is about. It's a time of renewal. It's a time where we reflect upon our lives and meditate upon how we can give back. Not what we can give to get, but rather what we can give to our Creator for the greater good of the world. So I want to play a special tune. This is a tune that I call my song, but of course it's based on the little drummer boy. Finest gifts we bring, to live before John King, so to honor him, when he comes. I am a poor boy too, I have no gift to bring, that's fit to give our king, shall I play for you, me and my son? Gia Marina did Wakastaka and Kapiji kept a time, I played my song for him, and I sang my best for him, Then just smile at me, me and my song. So I want to wish everybody a very happy Christmas and a very merry solstice, and want to say love and respect. And to my people out in Kabotie, I want to say biagidi navit oing, navimatoing, navikemaing, sengwa kuiwa viambe, visigi se kanihui, Kundawohaa navikemaing. I wish strength for everybody out there, and I hope that everybody is blessed with renewal and strength, and that as we look to this new year, that we look forward to it with hope. So love and respect. Keep smiling, keep laughing, whatever you do, keep howling. Sangidi ho navikamaing. Ow!